Hey, what's good, ladies and gentlemen, of course. Yours truly back with another video again today. Damn. This is the first time I've been back to my old high school. Man, I'm teaching at my old high school today, guys. It's crazy. Matter of fact, that's the parking lot over there. Craziest memory I had in the parking lot. I know you guys can't see me, it's all good. Craziest memory I ever had in the parking lot. I got my car towed. I had a temp pass because I didn't want to buy a permanent one. Parked in the wrong spot, bam, towed it. Had to pay $55. Some crazy shit, man. Going inside, guys. Holla at you later. Peace. Damn, man. Dude, nothing's changed since I left, for real. Dude, nothing's changed. What's fact is I got a good room here so I can keep a look on my car and make sure they don't tow it again this time. But across the street, can't see over there behind them trees, I had McDonald's over there, so I got a planning period, but I can't leave the school, so I go to McDonald's, so I'm a little upset today. But I'm gonna make it work, guys. That's just God's way of saying, boy, you went to the gym, you don't need to be eating no McDonald's. Damn. So sad. So sad. So finally, you guys get to see me. What is good, what is good, what is good? Ladies and gentlemen, of course, you know who it is. Back at it like a crack addict. We in the classroom today. Walang estudiante, so I have no students at the moment, so I got a little bit of time to make this quick video for you guys before I go ahead and start educating the young minds of tomorrow. All right, anyways, guys. You know, I'm actually pretty good, and I'm actually pretty cool about being back here at my alma mater, you know. Again, like I told you guys earlier, man, this is the first time, well, sorry, lied. Second time that I've been back here since I left home, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys, my first experience back here was not, I wanna keep that flag in the back, I think that's pretty cool. My first time back here was not one of the best experiences I ever had. Ironically, it wasn't the students that were the problem, it was the administration. But you know, since I have this time to talk to you guys a little bit, I want to go ahead and drop a quick video. So I'm gonna find me a space somewhere in this room while I don't have anybody with me. I'm gonna find me a space so that I can have a one-on-one conversation with my people real quick. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Of course, it is yours truly, Dr. Mike, coming back at you guys with another video today. Ngayon din, as we always do, magandang umaga, magandang gabi, magandang hapon, which means good morning, good evening, and of course, good afternoon, depending on what time you guys choose to watch this video today. As you can tell, unless you can't tell, I'm in class right now, just having a break, you know, and I just wanted to address something real quick that was really weighing heavy on my mind. And I think a lot of you guys can really feel where I'm coming from as the video starts to progress itself, okay? So I had a friend of mine text me earlier from the Philippines, and she was like, I just heard about the school shooting in Florida, and she just wanted to express her condolences. I was like, yeah, it's kind of sad that something like that really happened, and you know, it's just really, really messed up that, you know, this could happen to kids and stuff like that. That shit just, it weighs heavy on me. And although at the time this video comes out, it would have already happened weeks ago, it will always and forever remain fresh in everyone's mind, okay? But it got me to thinking. Like, as we were having a conversation, I was really starting to think. And a thought came to my head that really inspired this video. The thought was, are Philippine schools a lot safer than American schools? I repeat, are Philippine schools or schools in the Philippines safer than schools in America? And I really struggled to answer this question with thoughtfulness in my head, which is why I decided to make the video. But I did come to a conclusion, and I'm going to have to err on the side of yes. I personally believe that Philippine schools are safer than American schools at this particular moment in time. But let me explain my stance before you guys have a conniption fit and think, yeah, all this crap happening in the Philippines. How dare you think that Philippine schools are safer than American schools? Hear me out real quick, okay? If there's one thing that I notice about Philippine schools and all over the Philippines that is very, very absent here in the United States is security guards. Okay, now, if you've ever been to the Philippines, if you've ever traveled to the country or you know what it's about, there are Philippine security guards everywhere. They have manpower agencies that hire security guards. These security guards get hired on contractually with certain schools and certain malls and certain banks and stuff like that, and they work basically for those institutions, okay? So, from the time you're in pre-K to the time you're in college, there's a security guard that greets you at the door every single time you come into that door. Let me explain to you, because I've been to school in the Philippines, of course. I want you guys to know that and understand that. And of course, I've been to school here in the United States. All right? One thing is fact. You go inside of a Philippine school, security guards are greeting you at the door. You have to show a badge to get into that school, number one. Can't nobody get in without a badge. You know, that's pretty standard. Your bag gets checked. I'm not going to say it's the best check or a thorough check, but definitely they check the bags. And, well, you know what, let me take that back. In most places that I've been, they thoroughly check it. You know, they open the bag, they have the person move around the stuff that's inside the bag, and they kind of like grab it and, you know, grab the bottom of it to make sure the weight is consistent with what's in the bag and stuff, make sure there's no hidden anything. They, for the most part, I could say that they are really diligent in what they do in that perspective. Okay, but then we get into, you know, and then of course they check the bag, and then you get to go inside the school. I can honestly say, and you guys can either go do the search yourself if you want to, but I can honestly say I have never heard, my whole 10 years in the country that I was there, the time before I got there, and even up until this point that I'm not even there, I've never heard of a school shooting in the Philippines. Not one time, ever. Not elementary, high school, college. Never, ever heard of a school shooting, all right? And here in the United States, due to the gun control laws and all of that stuff, I guess, I don't know what's going on, but that shit seems to be happening it's been happening more frequently than normal. You know, you may hear about a school shooting every couple of years or so. And hearing about it, regardless, man, it's fucked up, okay? Pardon my language, but it's messed up. And, you know, nobody ever wants to hear about it. But I don't think that you heard about it back then as often as you hear about it now. Within the year 2000s, since the year 2000s, I can't tell you how many school shootings there have been, but there's definitely been a lot. And even if there weren't school shootings, you've had issues where kids were bringing guns to school. One girl in California, I heard the story, a young lady bought a gun, it was a young lady, middle school, bought a gun into the school because she felt like her life was in danger. She felt like she needed to protect herself. So let me put it into a perspective for you. These kids are bringing these guns into the school. How they're getting them and all that stuff, we're not going to focus on that because that's a whole different subject within itself. That's gun control and something that could be a conversation way down the line. Again, I'm not political. I'm just stating the facts that in this particular video, I'm saying that Philippine schools are safer than American schools. And this is the reasons why. So you have these kids bringing guns to school in the United States of America because they feel like their lives in danger, they're being bullied and stuff like that. And it's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. And what's scary is how easy these kids are able to get weapons. That scares the hell out of me. It really does. And even, I see, and this really hits home to me most because I'm in the school system. I work with these kids on a daily basis. So I'm in and out of schools. I'm in every different school that you can imagine here in my city. And I'm like, damn, I got to be on my P's and Q's too. Because in case shit hit the fan, I got to be ready. And I'm the one that is in charge of every kid that basically every kid in my class at that time, if something like that should happen, I'm responsible for. You understand? So I got to be on my P's and Q's and alert at all times. See this right here? I have a badge and I have a key. All right, let me get the key out. All right, the door stays locked all the time. In my classroom, the door stays locked all the time. Nobody can go in and out of that door unless they knock. Well, you can go out of it, but if you're trying to get back in, you gotta knock. Ain't nobody you can't just walk up in here on me. I made sure that's been since day one, but now more than ever, I make sure I keep that door locked. My eyes are always on the door. If I'm not doing nothing, if I'm not teaching at the moment, my eyes are glued on that door just in case. And I'm just keeping a lookout at the windows. You see the windows behind me. I'm just making sure that I stay alert to make sure that just in case shit happens, I'm ready. Because I have to be. As an educator, whatever you want to call me, as an instructor, whatever you want to call me, I got to be ready. So that's why you see me on my P's and Q's all the time. And whenever I do get a chance to record my videos, I do it in school, but I'm always ready. Just in case, man, I got to be ready. But again, guys, I'm just saying, I feel like because of I think it's the lack of security in schools, man. It's the lack of security. And what makes the situation in Florida even worse is the fact that that deputy or whoever he was didn't even go inside the school for 4 minutes. While the shooting and everything was happening, there was a video of him that he standing outside the fucking door and didn't even go inside the school. Tell me what kind of shit is that? A person is trained to go towards an officer of the law, SRO, whatever you want to call him, school resource officer, whatever he's supposed to be. They're trained to go towards the danger for the protection of the kids. He didn't even go inside. Are you telling me you shook? As a police officer, you got shook, man? Are you kidding me? So while 17 kids were fucking dying in there, he decided to stand his ass outside and wait for the shooting to stop. You see? I can't, man. I can't do it. And stuff's crazy. And it's always going to be in the forefront of my mind. And I'm always going to probably say that Philippine schools are safer because of the fact that these kids don't have the opportunity. Well, those kids don't have the opportunity to really bring guns into the school. They don't have the opportunity because they're always being searched. And even if they're doing bag searches, they also do body searches too. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they do a thorough search like a damn cavity search or nothing like that. But I'm saying the presence, the fact that they are present and the fact that they do search them, I kind of feels like it deters that type of attitude. For real, I really feel it deters those students from even considering doing something like that. I'm not going to say if they did it. I'm not going to say that if they wanted to, they couldn't, but they really don't allow them to get away with so much stuff. You know, being a security guard, they really do take their jobs very seriously. If they do not act, they get fired. And even worse, you come under scrutiny like this guy in the United States did, that SRO at that Florida school. Man, I hope they bury him, man. I do. Forget resigning, man. You can't freeze, man. When lives are in danger, you can't freeze. Kids' lives, you know, that shit kills me. But I'm not going to, I'm just saying in the Philippines, man, it's very rare that you'll ever hear anything like that ever happening. Even inside of malls, yo, they got security outside of malls. They bag check, they body check. It's not a full check, but it's enough to make these people realize that they gonna check me, so maybe I shouldn't. And I'm not gonna say that people haven't tried, all right? There are some people who have tried to sneak kind of like, you know, bombed and explosive paraphernalia inside of the mall. And, you know, so that stuff does happen. I'm not going to say that violent things don't happen because of security guards, but I'm saying those activities are few and far between. You never hear about that shit on a regular basis. You don't hear about it often. just sometimes, you hear, sometimes things do happen in the Philippines. So again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that the security guards are they are the reason why these things don't happen, but I'm not gonna say that they're perfect, okay? That they are 100% bulletproof, that their presence is, nothing's ever gonna happen. I'll never say anything like that. But in the school system, I don't know, man. I don't know. But again, if I had to tell you again, and you can hold, I put my hand on a stack of Bibles at this particular moment in time, as I make this video. Can't tell you what my feelings would be like down the road, but at this particular moment in time, I will honestly sit here and tell you that I believe Philippine schools are safer than American schools. It may be controversial, you can say what you want to about it, but tell me how many school shootings you've heard about in the Philippines in comparison to the United States. I'm not gonna say it never happened. I can honestly say I've never heard of them happening. But if you compare it to the US, I guarantee you it's nowhere near as close, man. Nowhere near. And that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to get that off my chest right now. I'm in class, kind of reminiscing and thinking, and my friend hit me up and asked me, and sent condolences about the whole situation. I was like, man, yeah, it's messed up. So it just caused me to do a little thinking. I just wanted to come share my thoughts with you guys real quick. And now it's back to business, all right? So as always, you know how I do. I love you guys. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.